would we want our listeners to gain from these chats, these conversations that we'll have together and that we'll invite others to join us on?
I think I think people to take the time to question and be curious about themselves and how they're showing up in their world. Because it's a very lonely place being a leader at anything. You're the one, whether it's at work or in your kids' clubs or wherever it is, you're the one for that period of time that is in the lonely, isolated place. So it's extra hard, I think, to try to get a bit of perspective and a view of the world around you that isn't from within your own consciousness of judgment and how you think you're supposed to perform or how it's supposed to be. So that makes it kind of double lonely. You've got all of that pressure and you've got that actual isolation because of the role. So to be able for us to share experiences of different leaders, different leadership roles, and how we've sort of evolved, or how do we deal with that sense of isolation to almost like build a community of lonely people. It sounds weird because it's not actually lonely, but you've got a lot of people to.
No, I guess,
fortunately, a lot of people in your circle to share things with. Some of us have, more. They're able to share with our circles more than others. But I think there's a common thread of ultimately it's kind of down to you, and how do we give people the time and space and presence to be able to fully embrace their own sense of self in that role at that time and know that they're not alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think what you said there is the really key thing, because I would love people to come away with that sense that they are not alone. So the loneliness, if you think about it in that way, that they are not alone, that there are many like that. And the other thing is that spark of curiosity, that you're not going to listen to this and go, oh yeah, great. I know what I need to go and do next. No, all you need to do is listen to this and reflect on it, see what curiosity comes up. And then it's up to you what you take from there, right? If you then choose to go and do something about it, read something about it, go and that's great. Or you even continue the conversation with those around you. Amazing. But yeah, I think it's just sparking that curiosity, giving yourself permission to get curious and do the things that you might often do. Ask yourself and go, well, that was interesting. Del did that. Dip did that. The guest did that. What am I doing? Where am I at? Who am I becoming? Or where have I let myself down? Or yes, me too. I've done that. My God, I can't believe that. That's the kind of thing I'd love for listeners to get.
Love it. And I love what you said here sometimes is, what am I hearing but not listening to? What are the signs for me that I may need to make a brave choice, but I've been not leaning into it or not looking in that direction? If we can help people to uncover that for themselves, that could be really impactful.
Yeah, no, I agree. I really agree. And a bit of fun along the way, right?
Let's hope so.
Hopefully people can have a little giggle at our expense. I don't mind.